Hello guys, do I have a video for you today? In today's video, we're going to go over how to save money and time on SubmitHub with this game-changing technique that I'm about to show you. My name is Kev Rowe. I'm a playlist curator on SubmitHub, and I've listened to and reviewed over 15,000 songs over the course of 4 years. I'm also a lifelong musician. I've been recording, writing music, touring, doing everything a musician can do to get their music out there for over 30 years now. So I have lots of experience in this world. Yes, the game-changing technique. I know you're all chomping at the bit to hear what this is, because it's going to save you money and time. Okay, let's talk about SubmitHub and the relationship building process. I've said this in my other videos, and I always give a shout out to Jesse Cannon, who's a big community guy here on YouTube. It's all about community. The people on this website are becoming friends. Like, we all have things in common. We love great music, and we're all recording music or producing music or distributing music, or somehow we've all got music on the brain on SubmitHub, right? It's like the most important thing in our lives. We spend the most time on it. We spend most money on it. And most of our family and friends are like, man, this dude has been obsessed with music his entire life. Well, guess what? You found your home. Yeah, so it's all about relationship building. And one of my big pet peeves when I go on to SubmitHub to do my listening session, I listen to about 100 songs per day, either on SubmitHub or Playlist Push. I'm also a curator over there too. One of my biggest pet peeves as a playlist curator is to pull up my songs that I'm about to listen to for that listening session, and all of a sudden I've got 10 songs from the same artist. And I'm like, come on, dude. Like, am I realistically going to put all 10 of these songs on my playlist? There is a supply and demand element to this whole game. I'm going to get into that a little later. But yeah, when you send me 10 songs, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, I'm going to send Kev 10. He'll probably have, he'll find one that he likes, or there's going to be maybe two that make it out there if things go well. I get that, but I think you're shortchanging your music when you do that. And you're not, all of a sudden the quality of my listening to your songs will go down because it's just too much all at once. Like, I want you over time. So this is kind of getting to the game-changing technique that I want to tell you about. And it really, really speaks to how often you should submit your music to one specific curator on SubmitHub. This is about relationship building. I want to hear from you now, a couple weeks from now, a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. If I go to a conference in Nashville, which would be fun, or LA or something, and you've been submitting your music to me for 2 years, all of a sudden we can have this great conversation about how much we love music and what's working for you on Spotify and SubmitHub. And we can talk about your music. Like, I want to create relationships with people. That's the whole idea here. We can help each other, right? So here is the game-changing technique to save you money and time on SubmitHub. I only want you to submit one song to me, at maximum one song per 3 weeks. Because if I like your music and I'm putting you on my playlists, I've only got so much room for so many artists. I mean, I do have a lot of playlists. Like, right now I have 8 playlists, all with over 1,000 followers. Some, like Coffee Songs, has over 9,000. And they're growing fast. Like my new playlist, Inspiring Songs or Feel Good Country Songs, Healing Americana Songs, those playlists are taking off and like getting lots of listeners every month and followers really fast. So let's say I've got between 50 and 100 songs on each of those playlists. And let's do some quick math here. And let's say I had 10 active playlists. That's between 500 and 1,000. Is that right? 500 and 1,000 active slots on all of those playlists. There are lots of musicians here on the internet, on Spotify. I'm sure you've heard all the stats about, I don't know, 50,000 tracks uploaded every day or 100,000 tracks uploaded every day. You almost can't even pay attention to those numbers. They're so big and changing so often. It's like, what is real? But what I do know is real is on my personal playlist, I've got 500 to 1,000 slots active all the time. And that's a lot of artists to be bringing in. And I also function in a lot of genres. So we're talking pop music, country, folk, Americana, some dance music, some blues, some jazz, some instrumental, throw it all in there. And it's a lot of genres and a lot of artists and a lot of music. So realistically, I can only put you on my playlists one time per 3 weeks or per month. If you're really great and I'm listening to your stuff all the time and I hear you, maybe you can get 3 or 4 on different playlists. If your music is so good that it works not only on Inspiring Songs, but it works on Feel Good Country, and it works on Calming Acoustic. But those artists are very hard to find and rare because they make such great music. So if you're one of those artists, keep it coming. I love having you on my playlist. But if you're, I hate calling you average, but if you are, hey man, I'm average. Like I've got some really great stuff. I've got some medium stuff and stuff I recorded in my 20s that is poor. Not great. But it reminds me of my producer friend Will Russell. He said, he always used to say, Kev, you have a really steep learning curve. Which at the time I was like, what does that mean? Steep learning curve. Well, it was really a great compliment. He was saying I was learning fast. I took it as you suck. But I'm digressing here. Yeah, I've only got so many spots on my playlists. So how does this save you time and money? Well, you're going to spend less money on submissions right now. Don't send me 10 songs. Send me 1 or 2. And then I'll get you on those playlists. And if not, then I'll give you constructive criticism on the playlist that you're sharing with me so that the next time you submit a song, you're acting on that advice. And that's another thing that I would really keep track of. Like, I'm an artist too, so I'm submitting my material to other playlist curators on SubmitHub all the time, especially when I have new releases. I have a database on Excel, an Excel spreadsheet, where I keep track of all the advice that every curator has ever given me and my approval rate. So if I've sent them 9 songs in the past 2 years and they've approved 4 of them, I know what my percentage is on those curators. So I'm like close to 40%. I'm going to keep sending them material. If I've sent them 10 songs and they haven't approved any, they're off the list. I'm not sending them any more material. They're not, like, my genre doesn't vibe with them. So it's about long-term relationship building and truly understanding where these people are coming from, what kind of music they like, where they live in the world, how big their playlists are. You need to know all those numbers about the playlist curators that you're submitting to. And building these long-term relationships with the influential people in your genre. How does it save you time? You're not having to go on SubmitHub and submitting to me at least every 3 days. thinking that I might this time put you on. If I've accepted your song, don't spend time on sending me stuff until 3 weeks later or whenever your next release is. Like, that's the best time. So you're saving both money in the submission fees and time in actually sending me the stuff or even worrying about it. And if you take this same philosophy across all other playlist curators, you'll be spending your time and money more efficiently, improving your approval rate with the other playlist curators, and just running your business as a music distributor more efficiently, because you'll be spreading it out over time and not just blowing all your credits within 2 days and hoping for the best. Like, fingers crossed, I hope I get on something important. I mean, this is a long-term game, even though I know that the release game on Spotify can feel like a short-term game because of the way it's structured with Release Radar and Discover Weekly and popularity scores and growing fast and hitting algorithms and getting on editorial playlists. Everything seems like it's short term, but it's not. It's long term. You're managing your catalog over time and slowly building your growth over time so that it's sustainable, that you have long-term leverage with your Spotify account. And I just can't preach it enough. Be patient, but work hard, and just keep on working hard and stick to it. The supply and demand factor, I think I already talked about, the fact that there's only so many limited spots, and that's not just mine. So I may have 500 to 1,000 slots. Let's say there are 20 influential, really great playlist curators in your genre here on SubmitHub. Maybe there are 50. I don't know. It depends on your genre. If you add all of those playlists slots, like the songs available, that's a finite number too. So you need to keep that in mind. Like, it's a supply and demand game. And many times I'll go on to SubmitHub and I just need songs. Like, all the songs have fallen off from the previous month and I need songs. And you bet my line of quality, acceptance quality, goes down because it's a supply and demand game. I need songs, and you just came in at the right time with the right song, and I got you on the right playlist. And what that means is the more you space out your submissions, the more likely you are to hit me at a time when I actually need the songs. If you come and send me 10 songs all at once, first of all, I'm only going to place 1 or 2 of them. And second of all, it might just be the bad time of month and I won't take any of them. See what I'm saying? If you come like once every 3 weeks or once a month or so and submit me material, then you're more apt to catch me on a day when I need the songs. And that's true for all these other playlist curators. Like, there are times when we need material, and there are times when we're just maxed out and have given out too much. Maybe just because we felt like being charitable that week. I'm sorry. I didn't just refer to you as charity. Maybe we just were feeling optimistic and just loved music, because that is the core of why we're all on this platform. Because we love listening to music. We love spending our time with other musicians and just hanging out in this way. So yeah, that's how you save time and money, most importantly, I guess, for you, and improve your approval rates on SubmitHub. I mean, come on. Doesn't get any better than that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got tons of other SubmitHub videos here on YouTube, and I plan on making a whole bunch more. So definitely subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.